Nezzy here. I'm going to show you in this tutorial how to make an easy buttercream icing. There's two videos on this. One is soft consistency and the second one is stiff consistency. So I hope you watch them both and I hope you enjoy them. Also, don't forget, please hit subscribe. That way you stay tuned on all upcoming videos. High ratio shortening is shortening that has more of the trans fats in it. You can also buy this brand. As long as it says shortening, not this one, not all vegetable shortening. You want the one that says just shortening. What it is they have removed a lot of the trans fats in the all vegetable, and you need those trans fats to make it nice and creamy. The butter, room temperature. So if you take your butter and you press on it and it holds its shape, all it does is the indentation, that is softened at room temperature. You do not want to melt your butter. You just want it at room temperature. And I cut it up in cubes because it actually, if you don't have a lot of time to leave it out at room temperature, I would just say cut it up in little cubes and it'll soften a lot faster. Okay? Any vanilla extract, I like to use clear extract. The milk, I use either whole milk or 2% milk because you want those fats in there. You can also substitute this for water. I prefer milk because I like it creamier. Meringue powder, I'm using the CK brand, but any meringue powder works, but I love CK. And that's it. Those are my products. So let's get started. Let me see if I can move this up a bit so you can see me a little bit more. There we go. Okay, now for my mixer, I have a stand mixer that goes up and down. If you don't have a stand mixer, you can use a handheld mixer. That is fine. I like to use my double-sided edge scraper paddle. This is my go-to when I'm doing my buttercream because it helps me eliminate the need to actually scrape down the sides. But if you don't have that, don't worry. You can use any of them. All you have to do is scrape down in between adding your ingredients and you're good. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and put in the butter. I'm just going to add all the butter in here. And I like to soften my butter first, but you can go ahead and add your shortening if you want to at this point. But I mix it just to get it nice and soft and get rid of all those clumps. That's it. You see it's nice and creamy. I'm now going to add my shortening. And I lost my spoon, or my scraper I should say. So we have 1 cup of the shortening. So we're going to mix this in, low temperature, low speed I should say. All you want to do is get it nice and creamy. And at this point, I can go, I'm up on the third speed right now. And that's as high as I usually go. Okay, and that is now mixed perfectly. Okay. Now what I also want to add at this point is my vanilla extract. So I need 2 teaspoons of my vanilla extract. And mix that in and let it all just incorporate. You want to make sure that vanilla flavor goes all around your mixture. Okay, now I lower my I forget what this is called, my bowl. I apologize. And now I'm going to take my powdered sugar, fill it up, and just level it off. 1, 2, and this is already sifted. You want to make sure you sift your powdered sugar because you don't want it to have hard lumps, because those hard lumps are going to be hard to break off later. That's 3. And I apologize for all the noise. That is 4. I do 4 at a time. So we're going to do 4 at this point. Then we're going to add our meringue powder. And you see that the meringue powder is more of a yellowish color. So it will tint a little bit your buttercream, but do not worry. If you add at the very end, you add a little pinch of purple, it will actually lighten it up to white if you need full white buttercream. Now I'm going to do 4 to 5 tablespoons of milk. Now I usually do just 4 because for some reason I feel that 5 makes it a little too soft. But you try it at home and see how it works for you. If it's too stiff, you can add that extra tablespoon. And now we're going to mix. Now I will mix only up to speed number 3, but you first start off slow. Be careful because you have powdered sugar. Powdered sugar will just fly out of there, and you're just going to be covered in powdered sugar if you go at a higher speed. So I always start with my bowl on the bottom. I don't raise it quite yet. This is my way of doing it. So we're going to start mixing and slowly bring up my bowl. Now if your stand mixer doesn't work like this, where you can bring it up, you may have the one that tilts or you may have a handheld. Just pulse it for a few moments. Do a pulsing motion. Actually, I'm going to show you what a pulsing motion is. All you're going to do is pulse, 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 and that way you can get it a little bit started so it doesn't fly all out with the powdered ingredients. So you're incorporating the wet and the dry at this point. And right now it's still incorporating. I still see some powder. Now it's pretty much mixed in. Now it's all wet, but it still looks more like a cottage cheese. I'm looking for that smooth finish. It's now getting creamy. And that's it. It's creamed together. I want to show you real quickly what that looks like up close. Okay, it looks creamy. Okay, it's still very soft, but nice and creamy. No lumps. Now, we're going to again bring it down and add another 4 cups of the powdered sugar. One, 2, 3, 4, and another 4 tablespoons of 4 to 5 tablespoons of milk. 2, 3, and 4. And again, you can do your pulsing, but because I have my bowl down, I don't have to do the pulsing. So I bring it up slightly, let it start incorporating. Bring it up a little more. I just don't want the powder to shoot out at me and cover me with white powder. And you see it scraping down the sides of my bowl. And now it's all incorporated, and now it still looks cottage cheesy like. I want that nice soft finish. So I'm going to raise it up a little bit. And now it's nice and creamy. Now you see that my paddle has still some powder here. I like to scrape that down a bit. That's the only part usually where it stays, is in the center right here. So I'm going to mix that and just give it one more go around just to get it all mixed in. That's it. It is done. So this is, let me bring this back a little bit so that you guys can see. This is what it looks like. As you see, it is very creamy, kind of like butter-like. That's the texture that it kind of looks like. It's very creamy, but it's spreadable. See this? See, it still holds its shape. So it moves a little, but it holds its shape. This is the perfect consistency for when you're doing the filling in cakes or crumb coating. This is the consistency you want to use. when decorating the outside of the cake, you want to use a stiff consistency. So, there you go. That is my buttercream. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, subscribe below to continue watching future uploads.